Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today, November 30th, 2025, for another greatest podcast ever. We are going to revisit and rediscover everything that we learned from Healing from the Ages 2025. Make yourself healthy again. And I was just it's such a blessing to put this podcast today together and just live the event and go through everything. Uh, Going through all the pictures, all the presentations, it's just such a great reminder on how grateful I am for everything. And just seeing each and every one of you there in person, and then even those of you that couldn't make it in person and just with our support groups online, we all really do come together as a family and teaching God's natural ways to stay healthy. And so it is just truly a blessing to be here, to have healed with these doctors, and now coaching with Jonathan Otto. And I couldn't ask for more. Watching all of you guys take this knowledge and transform your lives. Wow. I am truly blessed to be a part of that. And so I really too, before I really gets deep dived into today and starting with gratitude and love, and then we're going to go through, I'm going to play about 5 to 10 minutes, maybe a little more of each four of the doctors, some of their presentations. I think I'm going to try to play about 5 minutes of both Friday and Saturday. The four Healing for the Ages doctors, Dr. Jana Schmidt, Dr. Edward Group, Dr. Henry Ealy, and Dr. Brian Artis. They all presented Friday and Saturday, and so I figured we could look about 5 minutes of their presentations and share some of the most important things that I took away from the event, hear from our sponsors, and just share all this information together. Before, though, we do that, I actually wanted to start with where we ended off last week, because we kind of got into some good discussion there about the Bibles and different Bibles being printed. And then we started talking about, we need to be extra careful, too, about which Bibles we're reading and which Bibles we're teaching from and sort. And so I just kind of wanted to start in saying, because I've been praying about that. I've been listening to pastors, getting advice, and just putting it all together. And the biggest takeaway from that would be starting with the question, how many people opened up a Bible this week because of our conversation from last week? I know that I actually went and I looked. I couldn't find all my Bibles, but I found most of my Bibles. I found even my first Bible from 1990. And so I went through and I was looking through like 4 different Bibles this week. And I realized, and listening to pastors and getting advice, that is the miraculous part about it all, is that we were going through scripture together, that we've opened our Bibles, that we're talking about Jesus, that we're talking about the Bible. That is the most important thing. And that's something that we're all called to do. And so just the fact that we were reading scripture, opening our Bibles, discovering together and taking that knowledge into our hands, that is the miraculous part. And so thank you, everybody, too, for sharing your inputs and your knowledge about what you've learned about scripture, and sharing your Bible knowledge with us here. I am grateful to everybody. And as you guys see, I'm already enjoying my red light, and I learned something new about red light at Healing for the Ages. So I'm back here with my red light panel on, and I activated some methylene blue with vitamin C. And as you can see, it's barely any blue. And this is for something that people that have been using methylene blue, if you don't know about methylene blue, don't worry about this. That this is it's not the biggest product that I really coach on, but I have been exploring methylene blue. I do love Dr. Group's Earth Harmony Methylene Blue, which you can find in my shop on my link tree. This is the only methylene blue I've taken. It's the only methylene blue I will take because methylene blue is synthetic, and Dr. Group, though, is the only doctor I'll trust with methylene blue. And his methylene blue says, and we've studied and done podcasts on this, that his methylene blue with nano liquid gold enhances photodynamic activity. And so we're going to hear more about that with Dr. Ealy here in a little bit. And so I have my methylene blue here activating in the red light before I drink it. So that's something I learned new that we can do is activate the methylene blues while they're in our body, plus even as they're sitting here, as they sit on the counter and you're waiting for that vitamin C to activate, you could just stick it in front of your red light. I learned from Dr. Ealy too that we could actually even just stick our red light on our water, like after you distill your water and you might have like your gallon jugs or your 5-gallon jugs, you could put your red light on your distilled structured water, your holy water, and it again will it'll structure your water, keep it structured, give it that good frequency. It just does so much. So we'll hear more from Dr. Ealy here on that, because that was a big takeaway I had from Healing for the Ages as well. And let's start here with our presentation. And I really am just so grateful for everybody being here today to celebrate Healing for the Ages 2025, making yourself healthy again, as well as it's actually our 100th podcast. Today is number 100. So that's also an exciting celebration. It's our official 100 podcast, because I think with the X spaces and the podcast we've done more, but I started the Rumble ticker along the way, and so today we're celebrating 100. So thank you everybody for being here and tuning in for that. That's exciting. And really starting with my gratitude and love for all of our friends and family, for Jonathan, for Dr. Group, Dr. Ealy, Dr. Artis, Dr. John Group, the DeoxyCares, Valen, Michelle, Naomi, I mean, all of my friends and clients. I really do want to say a special thank you to all of you, and to the pastors in my life, to the pastors out there that are just speaking up about the truth. I am so grateful. And as we come through Thanksgiving, it just makes me even more in a grateful spirit. I'm so grateful for all of my sponsors and my clients, my mentors, my family, my friends, everybody that's helped me with the Hidden Knowledge Uncensored podcast, all of my support groups, my colleagues, all the vendors, and everyone who is a part of Healing for the Ages, even online and in person, helping people out to be able to get there. You guys all really, truly blessed me, each and every single one of you. And I really keep you all in my hearts all the time. And that's why it continues. Help me continue on too, is I got so many supportive comments at Healing for the Ages. We were sharing so much time together, all of us, that I actually I didn't have time to I didn't say hi to everybody I wanted to, because I kept getting just pulled, and that's absolutely fine. It was so beautiful. And it was so beautiful watching everybody at the party, watching everybody dance and just let loose. And the biggest thing that I love about Healing for the Ages is going to a conference, and every year, this is the third year that we've done it, 2023, 24, 25. I can't wait for 26. But every year, we all, like the majority of the people that attend, are looking younger and younger, healthier and healthier. And that is just such a blessing to see. Seeing us mentally doing better. So many of us are now health coaches or have gotten our certifications in the last year. Everybody that came up to me sharing that they started Dr. Group's coaching certification, there's at least 5 people that came up and told me that they started that because of me. And it was just so special to hear. And those are the things in the comments and watching everybody heal, that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anything bad, because so much good is happening. And when you just focus on the good and God's love, all mountains will be moving in your life. And that is absolutely what I'm watching in my life. And just to be a part of that with Jonathan and Dr. Group, everybody at Healing for the Ages, all of our clients and friends, everybody, all of you guys here, it is truly, truly a blessing. And don't forget, everybody, to get your Healing for the Ages conference replays too. I won't be able to share even nearly a fraction of what they have provided for everybody. So I still strongly suggest for everybody to go get your replays. And even if you didn't watch the replays for 2023 or 2024, you'll also want to get the replays for those years, because the doctors didn't, they basically are hoping and provided that information last year. So then this year they move on. Every year they share new information that they've studied. And so the previous years, though, are still so necessary to go through. Also, you could look on my podcast channel on Rumble at Gloria Free for All, and we've done highlights of the previous years as well. Hear from others. Last year's replay, we really went over. We had like 20 of us join after Healing for the Ages last year, and everybody shared their testimony. So it's a really good replay here that we did on the Hidden Knowledge Uncensored podcast. So now I was thinking, and also use coupon code Gloria for any discounts at Healing for the Ages replays, for online replays. Also, that coupon code Gloria is good at Dr. Ealy's Energetic Health Institute. For any of his courses or course replays found there, you could also use coupon code Gloria and get a discount there as well. And thank you so much, everybody, too, for taking your health and your wealth into your hands and supporting our podcast. It is very much appreciated. Now, when we look at, so I am going to go in the order of how the doctors presented, just to keep it kind of simple on how they did it. So no special ordering here, just the order of how the doctors presented at Healing for the Ages. Another good reason why you would want to get those replays is because the first day on Thursday was the first day, and that day they had all their guest speakers and guest doctors. So all of those speakers were beautiful and wonderful. So you to get the replays and watch all of them too, you don't want to miss out on that stuff. And as well as when we start going through these presentations here, starting with the beautiful, wonderful Dr. Jana Schmidt. And there we go. You can see here too. So the other great thing about Healing for the Ages and getting your tickets, even online or in-person tickets, is that you get your backstage access for life to all of their presentations, all of their slide decks even. And they build a whole slide deck knowing that they can't get through it all, but they just want to give us all the information. And so God bless you guys. God bless the doctors, Healing for the Ages doctors, for sharing so much information. We are only going to be able to go through a little bit of this. So that's why I strongly suggest it is worth the investment. Get 30% off using coupon code Gloria and get your guys' backstage access as well. As you can see, this is only day one slide deck from Dr. Jana, her Friday presentation, 77 slides she shared with us. And she, of course, couldn't get it through, but she still shared her whole deck with us, which is just so absolutely gracious of them. And I absolutely love Dr. Jana Schmidt. We learned so many new things. So I'm going to actually let her take it over from here and get you guys started going.
Hi, everybody. I might need this, right? The clicker for the slides. Good morning. This is wonderful. Thank you. It's an honor to be here and to share with you things that I have learned over my lifetime and learn from other people as well. So in the spirit of make yourself healthy again, I thought, what's one of the most powerful ways that we make ourselves healthy every day? So what we eat and what we drink. So what I'm going to share is choosing good food for your healthy life. And it's not just grocery shopping. So we're going to talk about a few things you should avoid, and more than just grocery shopping, beyond grocery shopping. So I'm going to get started. I also like to say that food is information, and we want to tell the body to thrive, not just survive. So here are the topics. Choosing food to make yourself healthy. There's lots of ways to choose food. Most of us go to the grocery store, so I'm going to start there. And farmers markets, farm direct, which is really exciting. Can't wait to share that. We've tried that. Friends, and then yourself. So everybody can grow some things. We're going to talk about that in ways that you can grow a little something, even if it's just herbs in your windowsill. It makes all the difference. So grocery stores. You know, I have a kind of a love-hate relationship with grocery stores. You know, you try to shop the edges, and but inevitably you get in, you have to get some spices and things. So I'm going to get into label reading a little bit and things to watch out for. There are a lot of things, sneaky things in there that you may not know are harmful. We want to avoid them. Thankfully, more and more companies are starting to make natural versions of things that are already out there, and I'm very grateful for that. So when you go to the grocery store, of course, choose organic whenever you can. Organic simply means it's not grown with pesticides. That's good. We want that. Organic, fresh, glass without chemical preservatives. If you can stay away from canned goods, it's better. But glassed canned goods, awesome. Frozen is okay. It preserves quite a few of the nutrients. Minimally processed. The closer we eat to the way God made food, the better we are. We're God made, so we should be eating God made. And I think my son Jamie yesterday said something very profound. When you depart from the ways of God, things fall apart. I thought, yeah, that's like our bodies too, right? When we depart from the way He made food for us, we start eating these other things start falling apart. We start seeing those signs and symptoms. So the closer we can eat to what God made, the closer we're going to be able to be, emotionally, spiritually, physically, the way He intended us to be. And free of dyes, artificial things, of course. We want to avoid those at all costs, but they're getting really sneaky. I'm going to show you some of the ways they're getting sneaky. So first, I'm just going to briefly talk about conventionally grown produce. Conventionally grown produce, basically, how do I even begin? It sounds fine. Oh, it's conventionally grown, but beware, because they're treated with pesticides, and it becomes very dangerous and poisonous when ingested. Versus organic. Organically grown means there's no synthetic chemicals, herbicides, fertilizers, excluding water. So that part worries me a little bit because what's in our water? We've learned this, right? And it's not irradiated. I'm going to touch on that as well. Never genetically modified and no artificial ingredients added. So when I can choose organic, I choose organic. And here are the guidelines, organic guidelines for produce and grains, meat, dairy, and eggs, and packaged goods. This is what we want to choose whenever possible. So why does it matter? According to EWG's analysis of USDA data, there were 47 fruits and vegetables tested, and it was insane the number of pesticides that they came up with. So, and you can go to EWG's website. It's really wonderful. It's a great guide. I use it all the time. And you can understand the codes, the stickers on the fruits and vegetables, and that's your indication of which pesticides were used or how many. So or if it's genetically modified or if it's organic. So there's a way to mitigate pesticide exposure. First of all, choose organic. Also, if you can't choose organic, then you can definitely wash it. Water alone doesn't do it. Add colloidal silver, a little cast out soap, wash them, get them all clean. It can remove dirt, debris, and some of the chemicals and pesticides. And heads up, packaged salads that say pre-washed, wash them anyway. What are they washing them in? We don't know.
And so she just takes a deep dive into barcodes, and I'm going to show you a little bit of her results here coming up in our recap at the end. But we do learn some new interesting things about the barcodes from Dr. Jana, so it's very, very exciting. And then I think I'll just go through the day. We're going through Friday right now. And so Dr. Jana, we only did about 6 minutes of a 1 hour presentation she did right there. So tons more to see and to learn with your purchase of those slide decks. And so then second presenter, Dr. Edward Group, he also just had so many beautiful things to share. And so we'll get started with his part one. Let's see here. Okay, I think it's this one. Yeah. All right, here we go with Dr. Edward Group on his Ancient Healing Secrets Revealed, Part 1.
As many of you know, I always try to find the most controversial stuff to talk about, but the best stuff. Today, we're going to get into some really cool things. Ancient Healing Secrets Revealed. You always got to come up with these catchy lines. That just, gets people more excited. But it's the basic stuff. All right, so I'm going to try to finish as much as I can, so let's get started. I always start off, or I have been for the last year, with what we believe is the biggest threat to humanity, which is the transhumanism agenda. As you know, Klaus Schwab and, all of these individuals, World Economic Forum, Bill Gates. What I first noticed in 2017, Big Pharma changed to biotech. What does that mean? Bio is biology, your human biology. What is tech? So biology is made by God, right? Tech is made by man. They wanted to merge God's biological system with technology. And that's when they started coming out. I started seeing big pharma start saying, what is this lipid nanoparticle technology that they're doing? I mean, everything was going towards this nano stuff. And then, of course, they said, we want to convert the human life form from a carbon-based system to a silica-based system. And so that is like, okay, well, I'm not consenting to that. I don't know people that are just, I mean, I'm sure there's some people that are like, yeah, give me the chip. But I think definitely the majority of us are like, we don't want that. So we are still trying to raise awareness because we are living in a synthetic man-made world. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't have the ability to create our own world, which is what M.Y.H.A is all about. But the core focus of the transhumanism agenda is to really take over what we are, which is light beings. We are light and sound. We are biophotonics. Our cells communicate, and a long time ago, which I'll talk about, we used to communicate with each other through energy. And they want us to be disconnected from God's original blueprint. They've already synthetically manufactured the air and the food and the water, and the last thing that they're doing is you. And a lot of this has to do with love, which I've been talking about and I will talk about today, because that love is a very powerful frequency and they've been distracting us in many different ways. And what they want, they meaning the dark forces, the dark cabal, the satanic forces, is control. They already have all the money in the world. They just want control. And they want to keep us in control by creating fear. And now we have the power. We've always had the power, when we're not distracted by a million other things, to choose to live our life the way we want to do it and reclaim our divine healing power. And I'm going to talk about some methods that I've found in the last 4 years that can actually create that divine healing power and that divine energy of love into your system. Now, as you all know, the biggest weapon that's ever been used against us has been information. Looking back and saying, oh, how many people died in World War I, World War II, and all this, if you really look at, I'm like a historian in a way that realizes that all of history is basically fake. And you got to search really hard to find the truth. I mean, even the maps, if you look at the old ancient maps, all of Europe was Tartaria. Where did all that go? They just create this narrative that they want us all to believe. That's the education system, which is completely false and giving us just information that we don't even need. So they've weaponized, they've instilled in people false beliefs about healing, about genetics. They've weaponized science. The media has been the biggest detriment because disinformation, right? Disinformation has killed more people than anything else. But the times are changing, right? I was completely wiped offline in 2018. And now for the first time, we're starting to get our voice heard again through social media. And thanks to you and thanks to everybody else, this is the time of change. This is the great transformation, the great enlightenment period that everybody's going through. So we're seeing, people are not just believing the engineered confusion and the distraction and the fear-based control anymore. One of the things I'm learning from all these great, teachers and masters for the last 4 years, I've been traveling around the world and learning the ancient secrets, is that children used to learn from their grandparents and great-grandparents in the ancient cultures. And the reason why is not because they were educated, but because they were wise. They had wisdom because they'd been learning. And so this is the wisdom that I want to share with everybody from talking to these. You can just learn so much. Now, what did they do? You're a senior citizen. They put you in some home somewhere on purpose so you can't share all your wisdom with the younger generations. The schools that we should create in the future should be the older, wise generation that can teach the kids what they've gone through, teach them the real history. But no, they got every person over 60 on 5 pharmaceutical drugs, Alzheimer's, dementia. They can't remember anything. They attack the brain with all the heavy metals. And when you look at it back, we like to, at least I like to figure out, like, what caused all that? Like, how did we get in this situation? And the level, we talked earlier about the level of addictions. And if you just trace back and you see how they got everybody addicted to living a life outside of themselves and distracted in so many different ways, that's what's got us into the position that we're in right now. And that's why it's time that we need to take back our own power and trust our God-given discernment.
I absolutely love Dr. Group, and I know so many of us do. And he's just absolutely right. We just have to get back to our God-given ways and our discernment. And so he goes more into deep diving, of course, Dr. Group, into what does that look like and what does that mean. He talks about relationships, about love, about how partners really are supposed to express love, because we've all been taught things that are just not correct. And so when we break away from the incorrect things that we were taught and get back to our God-given ways to live life, it's just miraculous how the body functions and how we can feel and how we can express ourselves. And we are beings of light and energy, and we weren't taught how do we take care of our temple being light and energy. And so everybody that studies with Dr. Group knows that he teaches us how to do that, and in so many different ways. So just an absolute blessing. And again, we did about 7 minutes of Dr. Group, and there's still a total of an hour and 35 minutes that he presented on. And the other thing I absolutely love too, is that Dr. Group's presentation was something like, let's see here, 47 slides was Dr. Group's day one presentation that he gives to us. And of course, he couldn't get through it all as well. But when you purchase those slide decks, you will have lifetime access to his whole slideshow and be able to use that to help your family as well, present in a podcast, help people wherever you can. And so it's a great thing to have. And then next was Dr. Ealy went next on Friday. We're doing Friday. All right, let's see what the beautiful Dr. Henry Ealy had to share with us.
What's up, Dallas? How we doing, Dallas? Everybody have a good meal? I'm getting blinded by the light, and I'm getting blinded by the red light. Who's a little curious about what we're about to do? I can't perform if that's all the woo I'm going to get. Okay? I do need somebody from the audience, though, to come up and play. Oh, that hand shot up there. Come on up. And I also have two special guests to bring on stage with me for a moment. First and foremost, from Sauna Space, can you give it up for Brian Richards? And Kimberly.
Yes.
Where are you coming from?
Near Austin, Texas.
Give it up for Kimberly, near Austin, Texas.
Little bitty town.
Little bitty towns are the best towns, right?
Raw.
Now, we have another special guest coming up, and I think all of you found out about me through him. He has been doing great work for so long. He is a driving force in this conversation we're all having because he's been brave enough to have the conversations that nobody else wanted to have. Give it up for the one, the only Jonathan Otto! That's right. Standing O works. Come on, Kimberly, let's have some fun.
Okay.
All right. So we have a little experiment here because we get some good questions all the time. We get some great questions. How do we start putting these things together? Well, we see we have red light here. We have some home brewed holy water that I've actually infused with a little bit of Global Healing's Biophotonic Gold. And we have a water hero from Chemical Free Body right here. We got all the things, okay? Wait, no, it's okay. Give a little clap. Don't leave her hanging. Don't leave her out there by herself. It's okay. So what we're first going to do, we also have a new little thing here, liquid chlorophyll. How many of you have ever taken some liquid chlorophyll? That's all we get. It's okay. Don't worry about it. They don't know. They don't know. The first thing we want to do, Kimberly, can you help me by holding the Aqua Energizer, or excuse me, the Water Hero?
I do have one of these.
Oh, you are a smart woman. All right, so here we go. Let's put it over these cups right here. And let's pour. Everybody, water likes to be praised. Just know that. So can everybody give water? Say something nice to the water right now.
Thank you, Jesus.
We love you, water. And thank you, Jesus.
Water. You're beautiful. We love you.
Okay, here we go. Let's pour this out. You got to tell me when to stop, Jono.
Just make it overflow, man.
Brother, come on, man. Help me out. I'm trying to do a performance here, you know. Is that good? That's about good right there. Let's fill every one of them up. Here we go. Now, what I'm first doing is pouring water that is actually already structured through a water structure. This water structure, we have some good evidence to suggest that the water structure is going to, come on, keep going to the next one. And you can do this. You can just spin it. Just spin that plate like that. How about we do that? Okay.
Lazy Susan.
Yeah, there we go. We have some really good scientific evidence to show that the water stays structured for over 2 years. Okay, that's bananas when you run it through the water here. So make sure you go and check out Chemical Free Body as well. That's pretty bananas. That blew me away. I thought it was going to be like 20 minutes, an hour, or something like that. Did you all think that too?
I did.
That's what I thought. But we have an experiment that's still going right now, and it's still structured because we do 3 different tests to confirm structuring and bond angles and stuff like that. It's pretty bananas. Okay.
Yeah.
So now let's do some more. Say when. I'm going to pour faster.
I think it's on you.
John, no, you're not helping, brother.
Oh, yeah. What do I need to do?
Yeah, you have to do some work today. I mean, I know.
Okay, work.
You got to tell me when to stop. You got to say when.
Yeah.
Somebody help Jono out here.
All right. I'll get back to my job here. All right. No, keep going, man.
A little bit. Okay, yeah. All right. Come on.
Yeah, come on. You can do this, man.
You can do this. I need the encouragement.
You got it. Okay, now you're good. Stop.
Okay, let's go to the next one. One more. Come on, one more. Boom.
Okay. And next one. Yep. Going. You're filling it up. You're going good.
All right, Water. You're doing so good, Water.
Yeah, keep going. Okay. And that'll do it.
Water loves going through the water structure. When you pour it, that's the sound it makes, at least in my head.
Yep.
Whee! Like that. Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Say when, Jono.
All right. Yeah. Keep going. Oh, no. Keep going. Yeah. You got. Whoa. Yeah.
It's all falling apart, folks. We're only 10 minutes in. It's all falling apart.
All right, you're good now. You're good. No more spilling.
Good. Okay. Now, we have these poured. We can get this out of the way as well. If I were to now just leave this water like that in front of the red light, something amazing is going to happen. It's going to lock in an even stronger bonding pattern between all of the little water molecules. It's now going to structure itself even more completely, right? So that's really good. But now we're going to add something special to it. What I'm sharing with you is what I do every morning. This is something I do every morning, and it makes me feel great. We're going to take a nice squirt of liquid chlorophyll. Come on, get in there. Everybody with me? Ready? Online too. Ready? Okay, one more. Whoa, whoa. Oh, I don't care. It's my show. Here we go.
Man, these rule breakers.
Look at that color.
Oh, so now it looks like it's black water, right?
Does it stain your mouth, teeth?
It's going to stain something. All right.
All right.
Now, here we go.
Yeah, it's green.
Now, the idea is if you just had the red light hitting this, it's going to structure a little bit better now. But we want that structuring to take place in our bodies. And that's where it gets special. I encourage you to get this book, Light, Medicine of the Future by Dr. Lieberman. Great, great read on light and what you can really do with photodynamic therapy, which is what we're talking about here. Gentlemen?
Awesome. Can I put mine a little closer here?
And esteemed.
So it's absolutely great presentation by Dr. Ealy. What an opening. So we studied here on Healing Knowledge Uncensored M.Y.H.A studies that tell us to use methylene blue and urothiophrin, a urine-derived product to use with your red light machine to activate the structure of both the cells of the body, the water of the body. It helps structures the cells and the water. And that bondage works better together when you use, and Dr. Ealy shared the supplement he also uses every day, but I only use methylene blue sometimes once a week, sometimes not even that, sometimes twice a week. But I don't really use it more than twice a week myself. Some people use it 3 times a week. And I always put vitamin C in it, and it takes that dark blue away. I've been enjoying 10 drops of methylene blue. I just put 10 drops of methylene blue in my glass of distilled structured water. And then now I've had it sitting structuring in front of the red light. And then when you drink it, it's going to structure, you continue doing the red light, and then it's going to now structure your body. And so cheers, everybody. So good. Floods your body with energy. It's going to help. We've seen the studies. It kills parasites. It's going to take all bacteria and viruses out of the body. It does so much and much more. Go and look at the podcast we did on methylene blue to see more about that. But paired with the red light, like Dr. Ealy said, just absolutely great. And so you could get your methylene blue as well in my Linktree shop. And definitely check out the podcast if you haven't heard about methylene blue to learn more as well. I heard that Dr. Group, and I read that he likes about 25 up to about 25 drops of methylene blue, and he only does it a few times a week when he does it. But so I started with 7 drops. I've even gone all the way up to 20. But I find 10 and 15 is good for me. So that's normally what I do a couple times a week. But always, I can tell if I'm having any kind of parasite activity, even little bit of twitching in my body, I do this methylene blue and red light, it all stops. It all completely stops. So it definitely does help with parasites, which is great. And so just so grateful for that, and grateful for Jonathan Otto. And sharing his red life with us and just being there. It was such a blessing. And how Dr. Ealy opened up. Many of us know about Dr. Ealy because he was on Jonathan's docuseries. And that's how I learned about Dr. Ealy. And it's unfortunate that these brilliant, beautiful, godly men and women, Mrs. Jana, Dr. Jana, they're all censored. And so we don't hear about them. Unless you go and search for these doctors, you're not going to hear about them. And it's so unfortunate that natural medicine is so censored because it's truly the medicine that heals. 100% healing, not just feeling better and still on deathbed's door. We're talking about God's way of naturally healing, removing the toxins and regenerating the body. And so thank you so much. I know all of us feel the same way towards Jonathan for sharing what nobody else could, for talking about the things that no one else could, that led many of us, most of us here on Hidden Knowledge Uncensored, to learning about these doctors, and now being closer than ever to them and being part of the Healing for the A.G.E.S family. It's just truly a blessing. We've all grown so much together. And so just want to take another opportunity to say thank you. And next is Mr. Dr. Brian Ardis, another fabulous God-loving man, teaching us so much and has done so much for health freedom advocacy through COVID and through everything. And so I just love learning and hearing always from Dr. Ardis. So let's see here what he has for us today. And this was his first day's presentation on how to read your own blood test report.
I'm not really sure anybody ever deserves that, but I really appreciate it. It's been when I hear people talk like I'm some kind of person that motivated others or helped save their life, it's pretty amazing to have those individuals walk up to you and tell you that something you did provided value in their life and you never knew where they were. And it's very humbling for me because this was birthed out of no one would even know who I was if it wasn't, none of you would have known who I was if it wasn't for the medical profession taking the life of my dear wife's dad. And then I got angry, and I'd already learned a lot of stuff in the previous 25 years that I just know that God had prepared me through all the events in my life, the people I'd met in my life, the circumstances of my own families, my own children, my siblings. I already realized that my entire life had been built and prepared to be a voice of reason and hope and warning for people around the world when it came to COVID in 2020. And it's been very humbling to see that anger, that fire has resulted in anything positive. And I hope you've had a very positive experience here with Healing for the Ages for the last 3 years, including today. All right, so before we even get started, though, I'm going to ask my daughter to come up here. Sierra, come up. And Chris, who's built this whole big wall of monitors, boom cameras, production, get out here. I need to invite him up here. Y'all need to give him a big round of applause. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Everyone at home that's watching and able to watch this digitally, it's because of your production team. You guys have done a great job. It is this guy's birthday today. What a way to spend your birthday listening to us nerds up here, nerding out on stuff. All right, so anybody else, I want to know, is it anybody else's birthday today in this room? Is it anybody else's birthday this week? I'm just curious if it is. Get up here on the stage right now, because my daughter Sierra is going to lead this whole room in singing birthday to Chris and everyone else's birthday this week. Get up here. Go. Come on. Where are you? Let's go. Remember, I've got like 2 hours worth of stuff I'm about to cram. And I'll glow. I won't really glow. I don't have any luciferase in me, so I will not glow. Thank God. All right, everybody. You're going to spend a couple hours with me now. 2 hours, actually. Me just educating you. So I decided to pick a topic that I've told my wife multiple times in the last few weeks. I really probably shouldn't have said I was going to do what I'm about to do. And I don't really ever say that I have regrets in life, but there's times where you're like, I think I might have bit off more than I should have tried to chew. And I just want to set the stage here for a few minutes, just visit with you. There's been some incredible presentations over the last 2 days, and I'm eternally grateful to have those individuals who have either came into my life, been introduced into this A.G.E.S family, and I'm so honored to have them share this stage and this time with all of us as a human family. Now, one of the things that is a reason why I feel like I need to set this up for you guys is because this is going to be can be a very heavy, lots of data, heavy information. There is nothing today that I'm about to present that I expect you to memorize. And there is nothing I'm about to present for 2 hours, and there's going to be a lot of slides. There is nothing I expect you to try to remember today at all. It's all in print. All of you at home will get it in a PDF format that you just get to download, and they're all yours. And you never have to remember any of it. So this is the wrapping up of a long day. It started at 8 a.m. Central this morning with Dr. Janice Schmidt. We are hours and hours and hours of time of learning, educating, and as you learned, the most energy. Today you learned the most energy that we expend in our bodies, thinking with our brains, digesting with our gut, right? So I know your minds are spent. Please, please, please do not try to remember everything I'm about to tell you. If there is anything you see on a slide that I'm about to put up and you think or moved in that moment, oh, I didn't know that. Sure, go ahead and take a picture if you'd like. But as you're watching this presentation, this entire 2 hours is to set you up for tomorrow. Because what I'm about to show you today, I'm actually going to go through the exact same stuff tomorrow, except I'm going to actually show you all the published natural solutions to all of them. So this is just to hang out and learn what it is your medical professionals know, what a lot of us alternative healers had to learn in school, and then for our patients to be able to communicate with them and start a conversation of listening and speaking and guiding. But that was it. So I'm going to walk you through the 8 most common blood tests your medical doctor will order. When I said I think I took a bit off more than I should have tried to chew. I could have picked 1. I don't know why I said 8. Supposedly 7 is a God number I just heard today, and I could have picked 7. Why 8? All right, we're going to go through all 8 of the most common blood tests. I'm going to walk you through those markers, and then I'm going to show you what it is the medical profession and the labs who run the test on your blood and produce the little ranges for you, what it is they tell you these high and low numbers or normal ranges represent. Now, the reason why I think that I thought or had intuitively been told to go present this to all of you is because as we stand up here in every conference you go to, you learn all kinds of recommendations for a specific ailment, specific problem. And as you heard from Dr. Group today, you can go to 1,000 different natural alternative healers and you will get 1,000 different recommendations. And that is very true. So this isn't limiting that is a truth. This I need to lay out for you. I'm about to show you what the medical profession tells you is the cause for high and low numbers on anything they see on the 8 most common blood tests you or your loved one will have done on them, and will show you and talk about or visit with over the dinner table even. And you might want to have some reference or guide to understand all 8 of these and go, hey, I've got a reference somewhere. I can go back and look at that. And then tomorrow's information is all the solutions to consider that are polar opposite of what you're going to be told by your medical doctor when they sit with you and look at your blood test. For example, if they do a lipid panel, lipid means fat, lipid panel would include cholesterol. All right, so when you go in, most often they're going to tell you cholesterol, if it's a negative on your blood report, is it's high or low? Which one, people? High. They're going to tell you it's high. All right, so their response to you, if you see cholesterol is high, and any American or anybody on this planet who has conventional medicine sees on their own blood report that their cholesterol is high, what do you think they all think when they get to their medical doctor's appointment they will be prescribed? A statin. So now the person looks at that and goes, okay, I've got my appointment in 2 weeks to meet with my doctor to go over my blood work, but I can see it in my portal I logged into. I wonder which statin drug he's going to say is right for me. I mean, that's really all you're waiting for. You know it's coming. You've seen all the commercials. You know it's going to be a prescription. The only thing most medical doctors, 99% of them in the world, are going to do is write you a prescription based on your blood report. Well, wouldn't it be great if you actually knew what they knew about those blood markers on your test? Wouldn't it be great if you knew what it was and had one reference instead of having to go look at 8 different test references? Medical textbooks to go get all this information. It's all in one PDF and PowerPoint today I'm going to walk through with you. Please don't try to memorize it. I'm just going to show you what they know and what they believe it means. Okay? And then I will put my 2 cents on a bunch of these. There's a lot of information here. You're not supposed to remember any of it today. But I want you to watch what I put on the screen, because as I show you a marker on a blood test, you're going to see that the medical profession knows that if this is low, this can be caused by, and look at the list that they publish. It could mean this, 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 or this. And when you look at it, look at how many of them say, could mean chronic kidney disease, could mean COPD, could mean chronic liver failure, or hepatitis. Notice it says that and how often it says stuff like that. Now, if you know that a whole bunch of these tests read could mean liver disease, what in the world, A.G.E.S family, do you think would be something you might consider trying if that one blood marker on your blood report reads, as you look at this PowerPoint, hey, that means it could be liver issues? What would be something you, A.G.E.S family, should think could be something I could use to help possibly reverse my liver disease to improve that biomarker? Liver cleanse? Did someone say that? I think that's what I heard, right? So how about a liver cleanse? Okay, so as you're watching this, you should already start grappling with, hey, wait, this is information that could help me start making decisions even before my consultation. There is not a single damn biomarker on a blood test that is high or low or out of normal range because your body is deficient in a prescription drug. You do not have high cholesterol because you are Crestor deficient or Lipitor deficient. It's never happened. You do not have high blood pressure because you are lisinopril deficient, which is made from snake venom, unless you believe you're venom deficient. And for that, those of you who might think that's weird, look it up. Lisinopril, 1981, synthetic snake venom made from a viper in Brazil called the Jaracas viper. You're welcome. So ask your doctor when they say you need lisinopril if snake venom is right for you. That's all you need to know. Are you saying I'm deficient? How many of you have seen? Anyway, we're going to run through this. It's going to be exciting. Now, next thing. People constantly are looking at us, expecting us to have all the answers to their problems. We just told you you're going to get 1,000 different answers from 1,000 different people.
So that's just so beautiful. Dr. Artis, like he said, takes hours into his presentation and just goes over, teaches us what are the doctors really reading on a blood test when they're seeing things like could be this, could be this, could be this. For one blood marker, oh, it could be 6 things, and they're just guessing and going to write you a prescription with additives, like Dr. Artis said. Are you low cholesterol because you're deficient in a prescription? It just doesn't really make sense. And so when we get into his day 2, it's so wonderful. He shows all natural ways to combat what you find on your blood test, doing things like liver cleansing and all the wonderful cleanses that we talk about here on Healing for the Ages. So it's just another beautiful and wonderful reason to purchase the slide decks, to purchase your online ticket for Healing for the Ages 2025, so you can also get that full presentation of how to read all 8 most common blood tests that Dr. Artis goes through. He spends the next 2 hours on that. And so we won't go through all of that today, but it's just so much wonderful knowledge. And that was the big thing that he shared on his day 1. So big that you can see here that he shared 141 slides on day one with us. 141 slides. That is so much research, knowledge. You'll get more wealth and knowledge through this one online ticket then it's priceless, really. So very much worth it, and just so many slides there to go through with Dr. Artis. So God bless him for sharing all of the wonderful knowledge on what's really the additives, what are they really testing us for, what's really going on, and what are natural ways that we can deal with our temples and make them healthy. And so I'm going to move into now day 2, starting with Dr. Jana, and I'm going to try to only do 5 minutes of these ones real quick. And then we'll wrap some stuff up on what I took away from this stuff. So we'll start with Dr. Jana again.
Oh, this is amazing. Day 2. I hope you guys are having the best time. I know we are. And again, he says this is like downhill. We prepared. We were so excited to share with you all. So yesterday was amazing. Buckle up. I've seen what they're going to present. I cannot wait. So today, Dr. Artis. I'm going to try again. Okay. Dr. Artis and I talked about applied kinesiology or muscle response testing and how we love it. We love it in so many aspects of our lives, but we weren't sure. Say that again. Hey, can you guys fix the echo? Okay, they say they'll fix the echo. Should I talk softer? Does that help at all? Okay. Well, I don't mind to hold a mic. I don't want to hurt your ears. Okay? Okay, they said keep talking, they're gonna work on it. So hopefully it's fine. They can't hear me. I'm sorry. Yep. And to me, it's God's divine tool for wisdom. It's truth. God speaks in truths, and he speaks through us. We just need to know how to listen. And I love this in James. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives it all to us liberally, without reproach, and it'll be yours. It'll be yours. And so that's what I think this is. This is how I feel applied kinesiology and muscle response testing is. I feel like it's God's wisdom that we ask for. So stay with me. I'm going to give you a little bit of history. We're going to talk about intuition and discernment. We're going to talk about the science and give you some examples. And then I'm going to show you how I do this. It's applied kinesiology sounds like this great big term, this scientific term. It's so simple. It's so simple. When I learned it, it was so simple, I didn't believe it. I'm like, oh, this can't be possible. This can't be true. So I ignored it. So applied kinesiology was a class in naturopathic med school, and I took the class. I got an A. The instructor was great, and I left it behind. I'm like, okay, this is just a little out there for me. I'm not going to do this. So I'm young. I'm learning. So I saw this particular professor again years later at an event, this gathering that the holistic school did, and he put his hand on my shoulder and he said, Dr. Jana, so good to see you. Are you utilizing muscle response testing in your practice? And I just looked at him and I said, no. And he said, well, I know you're telling me the truth. I'm like, what? He could tell if I was telling the truth or lying to him just by putting his hand on me. Wait, that's wild. Okay, all right. And so he said, come to a weekend workshop I'm doing. Come to the weekend workshop and let's do like a refresher course. And he said, this is a godly man too. I trusted him. He's just amazing biblical wisdom. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll come. He picked on me the whole time. He picked on me. He's like, well, our naysayer, kept bringing me up. Like, oh my gosh, great. So kind of like instilled in me. And then he said, go home and do this for 6 months before you do it with your family, before you try anywhere else. 6 months. I'm like, okay. Well, I went home and we tried this for 6 months on all kinds of different things to see if this was the right decision. Is this good for my family? Is this plate of food okay? Like all these different types of things in my life. And it was phenomenal. Of course, I prayed about it. Okay, God, give me the wisdom, and it was amazing. And this changed my life. It takes the guesswork out of everything. And for that moment, whatever that is, God can tell you if you need it or not. So I'm going to show you what I mean by this. But I'm going to start with divine wisdom. Remember Solomon? God said, I'll give you anything you want. Anything. And Solomon said, wisdom. He wanted wisdom. This is amazing. Instead of asking for a long life or wealth or something more personal, he asked for wisdom to govern his people. And God was so pleased with him. So amazing. He granted that unparalleled wisdom. He became legendary for wise choices. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding. This is the kind of wisdom I want, right? I asked for this. Yes, I want wisdom like Solomon. So as we go forward, that intuition and discernment that you have in your life, think about that wisdom that God gave Solomon and the wisdom that he gives us. It's God-infused knowledge. And the closer we are to him, the more we can hear what is truth. Our bodies are designed to know exactly what's good for us and bad for us before you even put it on your skin or ingest it or engage in it. Because God knows. He knows us, right? He knows what's best for us, and we don't always know what's best for us. So that leads me to applied kinesiology, which sounds very, like a medical term. It's a non-invasive method to find out if something's right or wrong for you in any situation. It directs us to the underlying problem, everything from nutritional needs to trapped emotions. I'm going to keep it really simple. I'm going to give you a lot of science behind how this started. This is actual science. People did this. And then why you don't see it everywhere.
So she just gets deep into applied kinesiology, which is just so amazing to learn. We can just take products, anything. It could be a product, it could be a food item, anything. And you put it close to your body, like close to your heart center. You want to be standing and also make sure that you're balanced without anything. Like you could stand and you're balanced. If you have any kind of things that throw off the test, it could be emotional stressors, any kind of stressors, pain, if your body is feeling off balance, that could also lead to the test being off balance. So it's good to take note on that. But if you're feeling really balanced and in a good headspace, you just like Dr. Janice said, pray about it first, and then you can take anything. Let it be this. I have just some right here, some lavender essential oil. And so I would be standing up. Right now I'm sitting down, but I would stand up, put it close to my heart and see, does it make me go forward or does it make me go backward? And you could also just not even, I heard Dr. Artis actually say to calibrate your body first. And so you would stand up and know to know that you are in proper balance, you would first ask your body questions that you know are true and false, like, I am Gloria and I should go forward on that. And if I go backwards, then something is off. Or if you keep asking questions, some people's yes might be backwards, but most people yes is frontwards. You lean into truth. You lean into the things that are good for your body. we lean away from things that are bad. That is just not, now I've learned, because, right, we've all leaned away from some bad things, and we're told, we're kids, we're kids, and so many kids lean away from things and we force it on them, and it's just such a horrible thing to do. Now it just teaches their bodies, it teaches them not to trust their bodies when we do things like that. So I am now learning to listen to my body more, not force things either on others, even children, really. We all have our sense and our divine intuition with God, and we all, when we listen to that, then we know what's good and what's right and wrong for our bodies. And so it's just beautiful to get in touch with that and to practice that and to learn that. It's absolutely amazing. And let's see, we have about 5 more minutes for Dr. Group here on his Saturday, day number 2, Ancient Healing.
The family of healers, the sacred love makers. Oh, good to see everybody. I actually got a little bit more sleep last night. There wasn't a storm waking me up halfway through the night. All right, so let's get going today. Louder? Oh, wait a second. Hey, this isn't my presentation that I had. I wanted to finish up my sacred lovemaking stuff. Where is that at? Okay. Wow, all right, we got a little. Okay, this was guys, this wasn't. Okay. Javier and Lars, help! Okay, I tell you what, while we're waiting on this, so we're not wasting time, that had a few questions that were really good. Obviously, so many people want to know about, how they can get started and what they can do. What? That is really weird. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Can everybody hear me now? Because I really don't even need a mic, to be honest with you, probably. But okay, now we're good. First, I want to start off by saying a lot of people are asking me, where can I learn more about this? You can learn more about it at Global Healing Institute, which is our school that we started. I had a vision a few years ago. Look, we need more healers in this world. Dr. Ealy has his school. We have our school. Our motto, I said, look, if I'm going to do a school, it's going to be, we're going to teach what no other school teaches. And, these... What? Energetic Health Institute? Yes. We all teach what nobody else teaches, pretty much. So anyway, that's like, you got to search for this information. You really have to search hard. 4 years I've been searching the globe to figure out all these ancient secrets and healing technologies, and it's not easy to come across, and then people don't want to share with it because I don't know why that is, but anyway, yeah, that's what we look for, the unknown things that out there that can transform your life. Anyway, I have a free course here. Scan the QR code. Thank you for all the people that are watching virtual too and that are tuning in on this incredible weekend to change your lives. If you want to stay up to date, really, with all of the stuff that we're working on, it's very easy. Join our community at Global Healing Institute. And this course right here is a summary of all the 12 courses in the Natural Health Coach certification. Who in here is a certified natural health coach from Global Healing Institute? Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You can talk to these individuals. They'll tell you how fun it is. We're just a healing community. And actually we work with, Judy and all these other doctors too. So if you're interested in becoming a certified natural health coach, we have an awesome sale going on right now. Normally it's $6,000, but during the A.G.E.S conference, it's you save 33%, 36933. Scan the QR code and we'll take care of you. We have a booth over there. We have Anna and everybody working over there that can answer any of your questions. The more people that we have out there learning, obviously, the better. Okay, perfect. So I wanted to start back off today on the microcosmic orbit because out of all the things that we learned, this is probably the most powerful way, according to all the ancient Taoists, to be able to circulate the energy that's in your body. One of the biggest things when you look at the ancient texts is it's all about energy and vibration, and that's why they go into grounding and Qigong and moving the energy pathways in your body and opening them up. And that's another one of the most talked about things in the ancient texts, and even in the making love positions, is moving your spine. They say that's kind of why, if you look at the history of yoga, that's what yoga was developed. And even the great yogis would say, as long, and in the ancient texts, as long as you're moving your spine, you're going to be good. You're going to be nourishing your nervous system. And so the microcosmic orbit, we begin with the inner smile, and you focus on your lower dantian. So the T's in the ancient Taoism are pronounced with a D, and that's three inches below the navel. So this would be your lower dantian. This is your, you could say the divine energy center down here, the reproductive center. And then what you do is your perineum is the area between your vagina and your anus, or your scrotum and your anus. That's that little piece of skin. That's called your perineum. So as you're breathing in, and this, you can do this when you're driving, you can do this right now, you could do this anytime. And it's really when you start tuning into your body's own vibrations and energy, it's really amazing. Remember I told you the story about how we used to always be in tune with our own energy field, with our auras? This is what we really need to do to come back in tune with ourselves again, is to get back in touch. A lot of people can't even feel their energy, but if you practice this, you can literally start feeling the energy move throughout your body. And that's the practice also of the sacred lovemaking when you're creating that love. So what you're doing is, as you're inhaling the energy. You can just inhale the energy from here through your perineum and up. This is where you're going to be your sacral area. And these are going to be, lined up with your chakras, and you're just breathing up the back. You could picture a little golden ball of light, like white golden ball of light spinning. Anything that's spinning is always more powerful, according to the ancient books. And you're just picturing, but you're putting your awareness there too. And so you're actually feeling it go all the way up your spine, all the way around your head, and then all the way down. And they say, just look, in the morning time, you can do this 9 times, or you can do it as many times as you want. And basically what you're doing is you're just clearing out, and you're energizing your system, and you're moving energy throughout your body. The only thing that you need to remember is to make sure that you keep the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth, because that's what connects the back channel to the front channel. You can see where the red comes up and then it goes down into the blue. So you want to always have the tip of your tongue up against the roof of your mouth when you do that. And then you can use this before sacred lovemaking, and you can actually use it after sacred lovemaking. Another thing that I didn't get into deeply, which is talked about a lot in the ancient texts, is ovarian.
All right. It's just so much information there that Dr. Groot shares. But again, just so beautiful that he shares with us how to work with our natural energy in our bodies, how our temples were created through light and frequency. And we all know there's bad frequencies. Our cell phones, all the electronics, all the 5G towers are creating bad frequencies on our bodies. So now we have to learn these natural ways of how we can control the vibrations, the light in our bodies, so we can have good energy and good light, healing light through our body. How our bodies are and temples are made to work. And again, another 33 slides from Dr. Group there on day 2. So moving into Dr. Ealy's day 2.
Now blow us all away, buddy. Enjoy the show.
Hold on one second. Don't go nowhere. You want to stay up and make a smoothie with us?
Sure.
You want to make a smoothie with us? Sure. Y'all want to come up and make a smoothie with us? Come on up.
Welcome up.
Everybody up. Give it up for, I don't need that. Give it up for Tim James and Philip for Relaxed Saunas. Tim James for Chemical Free Body. And now, we're going to do something starting out. We're kind of, as everybody knows, we got Dr. Artist coming up next to blow our socks off, right? So we are not going to worry about the clock for the rest of the day. We're going to have some fun. Are y'all ready to have some fun? Okay. Can I have all of my E.H.A. grads and students on this stage too, please? Come on, everybody. Woo-wee. Come on, Dr. Artist, Dr. Group, come up here. Come up here, you guys. Come on in front. Come on, Tammy, get in there. Get in there. Oh, we got a train. We got a conga line forming up here. No, you guys come to the front. Come on, come on. Brian, you guys come to the front. Come on. It's okay. Come on. Come on. Come on.
I feel like I don't belong.
No, you definitely do. That's what E.H.A. is all about. Tim and
His family back here.
yeah, and there he is. And there's John right there. Okay. All right. So how many of you have met Dr. John Group? Right? This man does such incredible work for global healing. He puts everything together every time I've ever met him. Huge smile. Make sure you are going up and giving this man a hug today and saying thank you for everything he does. It's incredible what he does.
Thank you.
How many of you have been curious about that? It's okay. How many of you have been curious about the Water Hero, the structuring device? Yeah, a little bit. Okay, very good. Okay, this is your guy right here. Tim James, Chemical Free Body. Make sure you check it out. We're going to clarify a couple points in the electric nutrition that we're about to get into about some things we've learned this year on top of what we had already learned in previous years. And this is a great guy to go talk to. We actually are going to put one of his products in that he just came out with called Green 85, and it's delicious. If you've had it out there, have you tried the little out there with the water? Beautiful, okay? You can green up your holy water with this too. And then, how many of you have seen this awesome dude? And I mean at every conference in the world, right? How many conferences, Philip, do you do every single year?
Me personally, about 25. So in 23 years, it's over 500.
500, it's okay. Here you go, tell them.
Yeah, I do about 25 a year. My company does about 100 a year. I've done, in the last 23 years, 500 expos like this, promoting, demonstrating 5 to 7 minute sessions. Oh, yes. Okay.
Can you hear him now?
We can hear me?
Yeah.
Good.
Just say over 500.
I've been to over 500 conferences in the last 23 years. That's a lot.
Now, would we call Philip a conference expert? Yes? Now, Philip, he didn't even know he was going to get this question, and I want you to answer truly.
Yes.
Have you ever been to a conference like this?
This is one of my favorites. I love it. The energy is just unbelievably warming and loving. It truly is amazing how good it feels being with this group. It's a good feeling, and that's what you want to go by. You want to go by feeling. This has it.
Amen. Give it up for yourselves, everybody. You create that feeling. Thank you, brother. So what we want you to do, everybody, is we want to make a smoothie for you. Now, you go and you get in the sauna space. You go and get in the relaxed sauna. I have them all. I have them all because all of them work. And you're going to see how well they work today in a little bit of a presentation. What do you do after you've gotten out of the sauna? Dr. Group, what do you like to do after you've sweated?
I usually hydrate, or I'll go into a cold plunge, or I'll, take a green juice or put some nutrients back in.
Right on. Dr. Artis, how about you? What do you do, brother, after you get out of a sweat?
You can dry off.
Give it up for Dr. Brian Artis, everybody. And yes, you do win the Class Clown Award each year at A.G.E.S as well. It's awesome. One of the things that I like to do after I dry off is I like to make sure I'm putting some nutrients back in the body along with that hydration, right? And using those organic minerals. How do we get them? Well, we got here, if you don't mind helping me out, Dr. Group. We got that. And I think we had Dr. Group. Oh, man, they don't even know which one I'm talking to. Dr. Group 1 and Dr. Group 2.
That's why we go by Dr. John.
Dr. John, we'll use that. So here we go. One of the things that we didn't share with you yesterday, I really want you to check out. I want you to go to Earth Harmony's website, and that's where you can get that wonderful liquid chlorophyll right there, healers, okay? So one great source right there, earthharmony.com, and you can add that to your holy water. You can also add Tim James Chemical-Free Body Greens Juice Formula right here. Make sure, let's clean everybody out, take that good nutrition back home with you so they don't have to lug it back home, right? Yeah, let's make sure it gets not just in the package, but into your body, okay? Now, let's go ahead here and make us a smoothie. We just got out of that wonderful relaxed sauna or that wonderful sauna space. We're sweating, we've dried off, we've taken a shower. That's clean. And then we come back in, we go, okay, now what? We got to put some good nutrients in. So healers, open up your workbooks to, I forget what pages is, but it's a page where we have a recipe for you. It's called the Strawberry Cream. First person to find it, tell me what page number it's on. What page number is it on? 14? 9? So I'm hearing two different numbers, y'all. Help me out. 29. Okay. So 14, I don't know where you were, but that's not the page. 29, healers, go to 29, okay? Now we want to put in about a cup, and I'm going to keep this a little bit. You can move the ratios around to find your texture. Let's say we put about a cup of some strawberries in. I'm going to do 2 because we got a bunch of mouths to feed around here from M.Y.H.A, it looks like. Okay, so we put this up, boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's plenty. Oh, wait, where are you going? Get in there. Okay, there we go. So now we have some strawberries. Strawberries, what color are strawberries? Red. Red. What do you need to do when you put something colorful in your body now? What do you know you need to do? Wait, somebody said celebrate. Okay, I'm with you on that. But let's start putting therapies together now. What do you need to do? Somebody said it. Get in the light. It's just potential energy right here, potential healing, until you put it in your body and until you get yourself back into the light. Whether that's the red light that we brought up from Red Life with John Otto, whether it's the red light from Sauna Space, doesn't matter. Whether it's the sunlight in the morning or the sunset in the evening, it doesn't matter. But I want in your notes, healers, you put the colors in and then you activate them in the light. So write that in your notes. Put the colors in and then activate them with light. Very important. Let's get into photodynamic therapy now. Now, that's 2 right there. Boom. Michael, come on over here. You did all this work. Come on over here, buddy. This is Michael. He's been out here for a week, y'all. Great student at the Energetic Health Institute. Really, we'll take one more. Boom. Okay, there we go. All right. And he's been doing, you know what we love about everybody here? Whenever something goes on, everybody, if there's something wrong, everybody wants to help. Isn't that a special thing to have going on? Everybody wants to help. This guy right here has been doing a great job all week of helping every single day and asking, what can I do to help more? What a wonderful world, healers. And let's get a round of applause ready. When we look for where we can help each other. So we're going to use pineapple mango right here. It's organic from Santa Cruz. This one just came out. I really like it. And we're going to put in, I don't know, I'm going to put this. I remember I wrote this recipe for one of my teachers at naturopathic school. And she said, well, it sounds really good and nutritious, but there's too much sugar in it. And I was like, sweetheart, I didn't put any refined sugar in it. And she's like, well, that's not what I mean. All sugar's bad. So I was like, you don't eat fruit? And she's like, no, I don't eat fruit. And you teach at a naturopathic school? Yeah. Okay, I don't want to take your class. She failed me. All right, so now we have that. How many of you like almond milk? Yeah? Okay. How many of you like oat milk? Okay. I like them both as long as it's organic. I'm cool with it, right? So now, you like which one? Hemp? Hemp milk, fantastic. Whichever milk you like. Whoop. And let's put in a little, I'm going to put in a little bit more. We're going to make it a little creamy. That looks about right. And then we have some fun things to do now. Now we want to take this up a notch. Remember, we just got out of the sauna, and now we need to put some nutrients back in. This is what we do. Very simple. Global Healing plant-based protein powder. I'm going to use the vanilla. We're going to take a whole scoop, drop it right in there. Boom. If you had some of the super greens, if you had some of the mushrooms, oh, those are so good in this. The mushroom blend is so, so good in this. Then you maybe grab, since we don't have the Global Healing, right? We didn't have the Global Healing, so Tim, we're going to use yours right here. All right? Okay. Thank you. And we're just going to sprinkle some in. Don't worry about the measurements. You'll figure it out. You might make a nasty batch doing too much of something. Throw it out, start over again. It's okay. You'll get it. All right? We got that. Now, this is how hard it is, everybody. Not yet. I'm going to put it at the end. You know what we don't have? We don't have cups. Can somebody bring a couple cups up here, please? Oh, God. We're just going to all pass the blender around. We're going to do like pass the Dutchie on the left-hand side kind of thing here. In fact, why don't we do that? We're going to make a communal brew here. Okay. So, Jesus loves you and so do I. Here we go. Now, come on, baby. Come on, baby. You can push through, push through, push through. Push through, push through, push through. Oh, we got some. We're not drinking out of plastic. I can tell you that right now. I didn't make all this delicious food and spend all this hard-earned money on organic to put it in plastic, did you? And look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, who wants to work with me on this one? Michael, why don't you work with me on this? Because there's some special things we can do. Now, you have some wonderful, wonderful smoothie right here. Great stuff you just got out. Now, let's see what else we got. Maybe I want to add a little bit of that mycronic silver to it. Can I add mycronic silver to it? Shake it up, and yes, I can. And I'm not voting for Obama ever again. All right? Then you have the Sovereign Silver Copper. We love this one. Write in your notes, healers. The ratio that we found out this year, 3 copper to 1 silver when you start blending things together. That's your ratio, 3 to 1. Okay, I talked with Morley Robbins, who's been on with us before. He was like, if you're going to use silver, make sure you use 3 times as much copper. Make sure you have that in your notes, okay? I don't have this open unless Phil wants to jump in there, but that's all right. And then we have something else we can take with this. Michael, you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead and do it. We have Nature Wins Magnesium Complex. I love this product. I absolutely love it. Dr. Artis, can you tell everybody about the value of magnesium orotate?
Yes, I can.
Come on, Tammy, get in there.
All right. They also, Dr. Ealy is just so wonderful. I've been making his smoothies. It's so good. Let me know in the chat if you've been making his smoothies too and what do you think. But it was just so good. And my daughter even loves to have the bee pollen as well. So bee pollen is also antiviral, antibacterial, another natural thing. So I just get my daughter also to just use it whenever she has yogurt, whenever she has oatmeal, whenever she has anything. Our green smoothies, I'm always putting bee pollen in there. So she's getting also some extra antibacterial, antiviral, natural ways to stay antibacterial and antiviral. I absolutely love the bee pollen. Dr. Ealy adds the bee pollen in as well. And I just want to say how grateful too I am before we get to Dr. Artis's last bit. The Make Yourself Healthy Again healing book. This is also something that you get online with the ticket, or in person. They give you an in-person book, but just so much more information, ways to build your own notes and just everything. His smoothie recipe, 144 ways that sugar is bad for you. Just so many good things there to make your family, make yourself healthy again. I wanted to share what we shared in the past too. Distilled water, the holy water that they make, they filter it first with the Berkey, and then they distill it, and then they run it through a copper structure. Yeah, and that's their holy water. And so for me, I haven't been filtering my water first. I just put it straight into a distiller, which is also fine too. You're still only getting that evaporation. So I distill my water, and then I have my wonderful structures that Aaron made for us here, and I am just so grateful for it because I have one just sitting on top of my 5-gallon jug of distilled water. I distill my water, and then I'll put it into a 5-gallon jug, and then I have one of these copper structures just sitting on top of the water, the 5-gallon water jug, so it's constantly structuring the water. But what a miraculous thing that we learned from Dr. Ealy, that when the water is structured, it stays structured for months. They're still studying. Their structured water is still structuring. So the end of the experiment has not come yet. That's just miraculous to hear, because that is something I was wondering about. And that's why I have my structure sitting on top of my water, because I didn't know how long it lasted after you take the water away. But it sounds like it lasts a very long time. So that is so awesome. I absolutely love my divine rings, my harmonizers. All the copper structures the water back to holy water, back to God's natural water. So just miraculous to have these tools. Also, wow, just the amount of supplements when you guys attend in person to the events. I came home with bottles, and all of this came with a ticket. Foreign protein cleanses. I got also, I did end up purchasing a couple things that I wanted to try, but they gave us some detoxidine, iodine, Dr. Group's iodine. So excited about that. We got some ladder flora, some candida and yeast supplement. There's just so many more I have around, but I'm so excited. Some that I ended up purchasing that I'm excited about is Paratrex 1 and 2, Dr. Group's Parasite Cleanse. I love Jonathan Otto's Parasite Cleanse too, but I heard Dr. Group saying that it's good to change up the parasite cleanses that you're doing. Like 1 week he might do Global Healing, the next week he'll do Jonathan Otto's, and he'll switch it up so the parasites never get used to your parasite cleanse. So I thought, I've been using Jonathan's for a year now, so I thought I'd try Dr. Group, see how that goes. And I'm so excited. Dr. Group has boron now. So I came home with some boron, and I'm going to have to do a whole podcast on boron, and because it's another something that we're told we can't take internally and stuff like this, but the studies say otherwise, and it's an all natural supplement. So I'm so excited about boron. I do use things like borax in my foot soaks to help detox and cleanse out of my feet. And so I'm just so excited about this product. And and then of course he always gives us some more oxy powder too. He gave us some take home and bottles, or travel size and bottles. So just excited about that. And I was also able to get Dr. Ealy's beautiful book about questions. He took his divine journey and of enlightenment and shared it with us. So I'm so grateful for that. And he didn't dedicate, but when he was signing my book, he he said, I want you to read the chapter on purpose. And so that was the chapter I started with. And it's just absolutely enlightening. And I'm so grateful to you, Dr. Ealy. Thank you so much. And I did read that chapter on purpose. And I am continuing my purpose. And no matter what happens, no matter what anybody says, God is with me. God has given me the purpose. And I have a beautiful Healing for the Ages family behind me. And even more, there's more of us, more groups, more people. We're all just coming together in God's love. And that is just so beautiful. So I'm so grateful, though, for all those Healing for the Ages doctors. They really did bless me with all of these things. I come home, I share with you guys, I share with my family. And then I get to learn more from my clients, and my health coaching just explodes. So I'm excited about that as well. And these are all wonderful reasons to join my health coaching too, because we've taken deep dives. We've learned the research with these beautiful doctors, healing ourselves and now helping others do the same thing. So I would love for you to join that as well. And now we'll move into the end. And it's so hard to fit Healing for the Ages recap into 1 hour. And now I apologize, guys, we're going like to 2 hours, but hopefully we're here towards the end and I'll wrap up the overview. I'll try to get through that really fast here. So let's see here now what Dr. Artis, his last day and closing presenter, all the wonderful, brilliant information that he shared. So let's take a listen for about 5 minutes.
You're awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ealy. Thank you, Dr. Janice Schmidt, Dr. Group. Thank you, A.G.E.S family, for the warm reception. Now, get in here and sit down. Hey, you know what? I'll give you a second to sit down because I don't have my clicker. There's only like 5,000 slides here. All right, hold up. Very good. All right. All right, everybody. We're on the downhill slope. You guys doing all right? You feeling good? Okay, good. Remember what we talked about yesterday? We walked through the 8 most common blood tests and each of those biomarkers, the ones we didn't get to. Remember I said there's about 10 more slides, I think. Did y'all see how many I had to click through to get to the donuts in your blood comic strip? It was like, my son goes, yeah, that's funny, Dad. There was like 45 slides you had to click through. All right, you guys have all of them, just so you know. So you will have all those PowerPoints, download them and use it as a reference. Have it saved in your email in a folder. So when your blood results come and you want to learn what they know, creates those scenarios inside of most people, you can start taking a look at, does this apply to me? Do I have any signs or symptoms of dehydration, malnutrition, drug poisoning that creates this? And then you should remember, and we're going to make sure we do this first and get it out of the way. There was a video my daughter Sierra tried to play, if you remember, and we're going to play it. We figured out how to get it here, and we're going to play it. It's only 60 seconds. All right, Christian and your team, if you guys can play it, that'd be great. Or Chris, if you can play it for us. There's a 60-second clip.
Nature, but not necessarily from what the label implies. They extracted flavor molecules from the fruit on the tree.
This is to make natural flavors.
Mother Nature's molecules with chemicals.
So what we do is just manipulate them, create with them, and give the impression of, the pie.
These are super snippets, super tasty. They're applying how to move the flavors they find in this grow to your supermarket shelf, and then on to your stomach.
In our fruit flavors, we're talking about we want, a burst in the beginning and maybe a finish that doesn't linger too much so that you want more of it.
You don't want to linger because you're not going to eat more of it.
But that suggests something else.
Exactly.
Which is called addiction.
Exactly.
You're trying to create an addictive taste.
It's a good word.
So it's something that they want to go back for again and again.
So why are they making synthetic natural flavors? What was the wording? He even said, that's the right word, to make it addictive. We want the flavor to burst and make it disappear. Isn't that amazing? To get the flavor of those oranges, how could you get that flavor for real? Eat the flipping orange. So funny. All right. Aren't you glad we got to show that? Okay, that was a 60-minute video. My daughter clipped herself down to 60 seconds. She couldn't believe they said, we do this to make it addictive. The one lady's like, we want to make the burst, the flavor, and disappear immediately so they want to eat more. Just so y'all know, Frito-Lay, potato chips, you should watch the history of snacks on the History Channel. When they get into potato chips, they talk about like a combination of somewhere 10, 20, 70, I think, chemicals you spray on a potato chip with the flavoring. And that mix was created over decades by chemists to figure out how to make the flavor, when it touches your tongue, burst with flavor and immediately disappear. And they say it was to make you want to eat more. Do you know what the tagline for most Frito-Lay potato chips was forever? They put it right on the bag. Bet you can't eat just one. They created it to be addictive. Oh, that was off the History Channel? They don't censor that one, I guess. Go watch it. It's available. History of Snacks. All right, so we're going to dive into nature's answers to your blood results. Now, I want to read this quote down here. Anybody here know who Dolores Cannon was? Raise your hand. Okay, I've been fascinated by this person for like 15 years. Okay, she says this in an interview that I watched of hers. She's passed away, but I was watching it about a month ago, and I was like, oh, I have to record her saying that. I was watching this video of her being interviewed, and this was her quote. If the mind is powerful enough to make yourself sick, it's also powerful enough to heal you. First, we got to find out, why did you do this to yourself? You are the only one that makes decisions every single day that are going to make your life and your health better. Only you. And she says it in this interview. Only you make yourself sick. And you know what's great about that? Only you created your disease, which means you can reverse it. What I think really doctors and teachers and healers, those of us who consider us this way, including Judy standing here, Dr. Diana right here, I'm just going to tell you, anyone who is standing in front of you is literally reflecting back to you just the potential and the truth that you eventually need to come to receive and accept as reality for your healing journey to start. So today what you're going to see is a whole lot of information. It's really, I told you yesterday, I think I get this impression, I think a lot of people need to realize that you don't need drugs to heal everything. You just don't. 99% of everything on earth, you don't need drugs. There are natural solutions to all of them. You just don't know what they are. And it's hard to get out of the programming and brainwashing that you constantly see in every commercial break, in every television show. And I'm just going to say it, start watching it. This is my buddy Mitch right here with the camera. One day we were at dinner or lunch for a business meeting, and I just happened to say, do you know how they program everybody to believe in drugs and have faith in drugs? And it was just a private conversation with him. And he's like, no. Not knowing what I'm thinking. And I said, if you start watching it and looking for it, you'll see it everywhere. So, and then his answer after I say what I'm about to say to you, his next answer was, oh man, you just ruined all of television for me. Okay, so be mindful, start looking. Dr. Ed Group's done a great job of bringing my awareness to the fact that every single movie, every sitcom, every documentary, oh my goodness, can't believe it. They actually show whiskey or alcohol being consumed in every single scene, as if, even if it's just two moms talking at a play group, they're like, hey, you need a drink? While the kids are running around in the house. Like, this is not how people really behave. They just show you alcohol in every single thing they produce. There must be a guide for all screenwriters in Hollywood, Netflix, Hulu, Disney, all of them. You have to show alcohol. Check. In every screenwriting, everything, every script has to have showed alcohol in this episode, and this is the next thing. Guarantee you there's a checklist because you'll start looking for it. An actor in the scene of every show, every movie, watch for it. even sitcoms and comedies, they will show an actor open a prescription bottle of drugs and take it without saying a word. You will see cops pull up at a crime scene, and there'll be a camera in the back looking through the cop driving the car and looking at the crime scene tape. You'll see it all over the place. Samuel L. Jackson did it in a TV show the other day I saw. He parks the car, he's looking at the crime scene, and he reaches in his pocket, and all you see is him open a prescription bottle and take a pill and get out of the car. You didn't see the word. You didn't see take drug. I like drugs. I'm on a prescription anti-anxiety drug. But before he goes to the crime scene, he's taking Xanax or some drug to reduce his anxiety for this stressful moment. So what you're being conditioned and programmed to see is that normal life. As you watch life on television and on social media, you are being shown what they want you to believe is normal life. In fact, a lot of shows, especially movies, they'll start with a scene where the person wakes up. Just start watching this. I know you don't see it, or else you would be as disgusted as I am. I have ruined probably everything Jane and I ever watch. Because I go, this medical programming, medical condition, like the whole time, look at the drug, oh, look at that, oh my God, they're defining it. Oh my God, this is a medical consult by the wife to the husband. Go watch the Ranch comedy on Netflix. The whole thing is about Alzheimer's. The whole thing. The whole thing. There's a whole episode where the wife is telling Bo, the dad, Sam Elliott, why it's so important that he goes to every appointment he is scheduled for his Alzheimer's. And is walking him through all the symptoms. What are you struggling with? And it is literally a commercial that looks like entertainment. What you got to watch it. Watch for this. They will show at the beginning of most movies now a scene where an actor wakes up in the morning, hits the alarm clock, and there's prescription pills right in front of the alarm clock. And they literally reach over, take it, pop it before they get out of bed. What are the millions of people around the world watching this movie now watching this, seeing is normal?
Just absolutely. It's all kind of now, it's really disgusting to me too, because now I see it. I see more things than ever before. Being around Healing for the Ages doctors, learning from them, learning from Jonathan Otto. But through that, now I get to take care of myself better. Now I healed. Now I'm healthier than ever in my life. Who would have ever thought, coming through the worst thing ever, that you could still be healthier than ever? And that is how God made our bodies. We can live our best lives ever. We just have to get back in tune with how God created our temples. And so that's what is so beautiful about Healing for the Ages. You guys got to get your tickets. If you haven't already, definitely get your Healing for the Ages slide decks. And now I just have a quick wrap up that I wanted to do. Let's see here. Just an overview of everything that we went over. And yes, don't forget, you could get you get a discount at Healing for the Ages website and Energetic Health Institute by using coupon code Gloria. So don't miss out on that discount and get all of your courses and slides through there. And then here, I just want to do a quick overview, guys. And then, so Dr. Jana Schmidt really taught us about applied kinesiology and how we can use our God-given discernment, our energy, to make choices, knowing if they are good or bad for our body before we put them inside of our body. And that's also backed up by M.Y.H.A. She's a doctor in natural health, and it's studied there as well. And then I love that I get to come home and apply what I've learned and see my health be better, see my family's health be better. And that's what Healing for the Ages gives me. Those are the events that when I come home and my life changes for the better from it, that's when I want to keep coming back. And so we also learned from Dr. Jana that you can use those blue glass will help seedlings grow faster. And so we also learned from Erin that the harmonizers and structuring can also help a plant grow. So you can see that I have one of my structures there. In the pot, as well as I have that blue light angled. You could see in the pot too, a little bit of that blue light coming straight through to the plant. I think I actually just moved the bottle into the pot. So now like the blue light is constantly on the little seedlings growing out there. So that's actually a blue bottle that I got at Healing for the Ages, because they served us really nice glass bottled water. And so I just brought one home. I love reusing things, right? And it came from Healing for the Ages. It's kind of cool. And so I have that blue light going now with my new growth and plants. And then she taught us about the new barcodes. This is also just so important, because we're used to, okay, we know about the number 9 being organic. We know about number 8 being genetically modified. Well, guess what? They know that we know. And so they're changing all the barcode numbers. That is also just so disturbing. They can't ever let things be. You just always have to stay on top of it, on top of the knowledge, on top of taking care of yourself. And so the new barcodes, new PLU codes for conventionally grown items will be 83000 and 83999. And new PLU codes for organic produce will receive a number of 84000 to 84999. And so it looks like for organic foods now, moving in, I've seen some of these barcodes with all the 8s and different numbers, and that's why I was like, what's going on? I don't know what this is, so I didn't buy it. But now we know 8 3s, it looks like, are going to be conventionally grown, and 8 4s, 84000 to 84999 are going to be organic produce. So that is the new produce that you'll be keeping an eye out and labeling. Dr. Jana also did say that she talked about, do never buy the peel. If you see peel type, like the brand name peel on produce, that is genetically modified as well. So don't ever buy peel brand produce. And don't forget, guys, Jonathan Otto's Red Life Therapy, he has Black Friday deals going through Cyber Monday. So you could still get 30% off of your devices and 35% off of your bundles, and start getting your Red Life Therapy in the comfort of your home. And that's what I have here is the Red Life Pro 100 panel. But if you can get any of the bigger panels, you will absolutely be thrilled. And so with Dr. Group, we learned a lot about the kingdom within. He talked about Matthew 6:22, where the light of the body is the eye. And if therefore the eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. Just so beautiful. I loved how they just bring God, Jesus, Scripture into their conference, and so it just really connects mind, body, and soul. And so I am just so grateful for that. And Dr. Group takes a deep dive into meditation, divine intelligence, alignment, aligning our body with our mind, body, soul, and spirit. How we're doing that through our energy too. And no teacher can replace your inner truth. And that is just so true and absolutely beautiful. And so we really have to start trusting our bodies again, and trusting that discernment that we've been blessed with, and learning, even starting slow and just easing. Just when you start doing it, you build your techniques more and more and more, just like Dr. Group talks about. And so just always remember that you are the divine power revealed through this. And so that is just so beautiful. And every cell carries divine sound, light, and intelligence. Every cell in our body, just so beautiful. We were divinely made and made in the image of God, down to every last cell. And another great Cyber Monday's deal going on, Alpine Gold. You can get 0% on transferring and purchasing gold backs right now through tonight, I believe, through midnight. But you can get that at alpinegold.com/Gloria. Just such a great Christmas gift. I hope none of my family, if they're watching, but this is going to be Christmas gifts this year. Who doesn't want gold and gold backs? I think it's going to be a good one. So you guys get your gold backs and your gold accounts. We also have had Alpine Gold. If you go to the interview section on the playlist on Hidden Knowledge Uncensored on Rumble, you can find our interview we did with Brian over at Alpine Gold and learn more about that and get more links in that video on starting your own account, purchasing your gold backs, taking care of not only your health, but also your wealth. And while you're doing that, you're also supporting our sponsors. So it's a win-win for everybody. And we are just so grateful for each and every one of you guys. And wrapping it up then, now moving to Dr. Ealy and Dr. Artis's overview. I just absolutely loved how Dr. Ealy talked about the scientific chart, and he talked about, isn't it interesting, the things on the bottom of a chart and then the things right on top of the chart, the elements right on top of each other are ways that we combat the elements below. And so he's just been studying a lot in his chart and products he uses and finding those correlations. So I found that very interesting myself. And then of course his talk, I love him talking on chemtrails and how much metals and aluminum. This is the stuff that I've been trying really to share with people in person, because the chemtrail spraying in where I live in Reno, here in northern Nevada, it's just out of control. It's been about a month now, and it's like spraying every single day. And now I'm realizing like what they call winter coming is like chemtrail war-filled skies, and people don't even realize, but it's absolutely every day. And so we're going to take a deeper dive into that too. I'll add that in with an upcoming podcast. I'll show you the skies of the last month that I have photos of. It's just been absolutely nuts here. And so that is why the chemicals from the sky, and then we start showing what is that chemical. Well, there's aluminum, there's sulfur dioxide. What do these chemicals really do? Well, what does sulfur dioxide do to the body? It gets embedded into the lungs, causes respiratory issues. I don't know about you guys, but we've had a chemtrail outbreak here in northern Nevada the last month. And guess what also came at the same time as the chemtrail outbreak that we can physically see in the sky? It's there. We can see it. It's happening. The sulfur dioxide, aluminum, metal, heavy metal poisoning is happening to us. What also happens magically at the same time as the chemtrail toxins coming at us? COVID. COVID just appears out of nowhere. The magic COVID strain. So now I'm really seeing like, wow. So the magic COVID strain appears at the same time that they're spraying us with sulfur dioxide that causes respiratory and lung issues. I don't know about you guys, but it's more like, I can't believe that this magical virus, COVID virus, came out of nowhere at the exact same time that every day you've been spraying us with sulfur dioxide that causes lung issues and respiratory issues. So for me, when I got sick, I started heavy metal detoxing, urine therapy, chlorine dioxide, the detoxidine, getting that good thyroid health going, methylene blue, red light, sauna. Those are the things that I do to heavy metal detox. Those are the things I coach on to heavy metal detox. And those are the things that work. I got over my cold really fast. And what happened? Others that I work with, others around me, they're still sick. Some of them are still sick. But they've been on Big Pharma, though, this whole time, for weeks on Big Pharma and still sick. So what are they treating you for? what's going on in the world, guys? No, but what are they really treating you for that you're not getting better? Are they treating you for the heavy metals that are really coming from the sky? So I cleanse with heavy metal cleanses and such, and doing other things as well that get to root cause issues. So thank you so much, Dr. Ealy, for sharing with us what's really coming out of the sky, what's really in those chemtrails, so we therefore can cleanse our bodies properly. And I also threw in a picture here of my distiller. And so this was after a chemtrail day. I also will notice that too. Anybody out there, if you have a distiller, you can see this. When you distill your water on a chemtrail day, I have nasty, you see all the white scum in there. There's nasty white balls in there. I'm like, is it a parasite? Who knows? Nasty rocks, particles. It's not good minerals. And what makes the difference too is that you on days that there are no chemtrails, there's not nearly as much gross stuff in the distiller. So it really does show like what those chemicals coming out of the chemtrails, it's really going into our water sources, and then coming through to our taps. So our tap water is not safe at all. And even filtering it, Dr. Ealy showed that the contaminants in water, filtered water or not filtered water, the contaminants in your water from your sink have a number of 666 toxins. Is that a coincidence? Or are we drinking the devil's poison water? It's just so wild to me. And but the upside is that then you move over to filtered water, and there was still over 600 pollutants in the water. Then now we could talk about distilled water, where you're only drinking the evaporation. Zero pollutants in distilled water, and that's why I distill my water. And I'm so excited. Donna, Peggy, you asked where did I buy my distiller, and yes, Donna shared it there. H2O Labs is where I got my distiller, and Dr. Group recommended that distiller to me, and it looks like he recommended it to Dr. Ealy, because Dr. Ealy also has that same distiller I've seen. So you could go there to H2O Labs. They have different sizes, designs. I absolutely love it. I love it so much. So you'll love it too. You won't. And then you can stop hauling water around. You have your own distilled water that you get to fill up your own jugs with now. Like I have multiple jugs going in case anything happens. I have multiple 5-gallon jugs. Circulate through those. And we just keep distilling constantly all the time. It is a little bit longer of a process. It takes about 8 hours to do a gallon of distilled water. So we just constantly run it as much as possible to keep it going, and constantly have some water. And you're welcome, Peggy. Thank you so much too. And also wrapping up what Dr. Ealy shared too, he shared that a lot of times everything starts with our thoughts, and so your thoughts can be good or bad, and then it's going to influence the electricity in your body, and then you create fields of energy around you. Is it going to be a positive energy? Is it going to be a negative energy? And so if it's a positive energy, then those energies are promoting healing in the body. Negative energies, negative fields are gonna, we can't heal with negative energies around us. We have to break through even everything that we were taught and get in touch with ourselves on a mental, spiritual level, love ourselves again. And then you start really getting into a light in yourself that promotes healing. And that's the direction that you want your light and your body to go. And always, just like in homeopathy, you learn like attracts like. And so it could be, and that's actually also where urine therapy comes from. So I love that a lot of these things just intertwine together, really all around mind, body, and soul. And so wrapping up what Dr. Artis shared, he taught us on the test for white blood cell and how to heal from that naturally. He taught us like the plants. Oh, you have low white blood cell count. Well, let's go look at what are the plants for low white blood cell count. And then you could just go look and see what plants are good for that. And that you find things like omega-3, zincs, kiwis, citrus, different vitamins, broccoli, selenium, lavender, garlic. These are the natural ways to heal white blood cell count. And so these are the things to just add in whatever you're doing. If you have white blood cell count and you're healing and doing the things you're doing, just try adding some of these natural things in. It doesn't really mean that you have to stop anything that you're doing. Just try adding in some natural nourishment into your body and see what happens. Dr. Artis also shared one of my favorite websites, and I've shared this website with you guys too. Drugs.com is just such a powerful website to go whenever you're given a prescription, or maybe you're on a prescription now. You could go to drugs.com, put in the prescription there into the search bar, and then you could find what is the additives, what are the side effects. And, you'd be surprised. Some of them are pages long of side effects. Some of you on medication maybe want to go here and look and see, like, is my prescription causing my side effect? This is the first place where I go with my clients, so that just not to tell anybody to get off prescriptions. That's not what we do with clients. Clients make that choice all on their own. I never tell anybody to get off prescriptions, but some people want to get off prescriptions. And so we help do that. And what does that look like? Feeding the body the proper nutrition, feeding that body the nutrition, and then working on cleansing toxins out. But at drugs.com, you can see, like, what are the side effects on the drugs that I'm taking? Could these be linked to some of my side effects? Could this be linked to why I'm not healing? And then you could start working on what does that look to feed your body the proper nutrition, and then slowly working with your doctor to get off of prescriptions if that's what you choose. But I absolutely love this site. It's so helpful for me, my clients. And so what Dr. Ealy, Dr. Group, Dr. Jana Schmidt, Dr. Artis, what they all love to teach is that we have the power to heal ourselves. And they love that they can help us heal, and then that we go out and teach others. And so I'm so grateful to have this podcast today and just live that out. And that's how I get to show too my gratitude to them, is by doing this. And because I'm forever grateful that I'm still alive today, because these brilliant, beautiful doctors, including Jonathan Otto, even though he's not officially doctor, but I include him in there with you guys at the Fab Four, because if it wasn't for him sharing their knowledge, then I wouldn't have healed. I wouldn't have learned about the truth. And so I'm just forever grateful, and I'll just continue sharing with everybody I can, continue coaching and continue helping. And so it's just such a blessing. And don't forget, everybody, as well, the power of elderberries, another great sponsor of our podcast, and another great thing to have, especially for the wintertime, is elderberry. It's a powerful antioxidant and will definitely help you. And those links are below in the description of the video. And as we wrap up, this is my cleansing, regenerating lifestyle. These are the things that I learned from Jonathan and from the Healing for the Ages doctors. These are the things that I get to coach on now. And I'm so grateful to be able to learn these things, to not only make myself healthy and be able to cleanse and regenerate and thrive myself, but now I get to teach my daughter a better way to live. And I'm so blessed. I think about it like, I'm in my 40s and I learned this information. I was 40 when the day I met Jonathan actually was my birthday. The day we filmed with him and I learned about this information, it was my birthday. my 40th birthday. So wow, what a 40th birthday surprise to learn about urine therapy and nicotine. But those things saved my life. And so I am just so grateful. I was 40 years old when I learned about this. I got to start teaching my daughter about these things when she was about 17, 18. And for that, I am just so internally grateful that she knows about these things, and she takes advantage of things like chlorine dioxide, red light, praying, meditating. We got to go to the sauna over the last couple weeks together, and parasite cleansing, liver cleansing. I just talking to her about these things and showing her the truth. So I'm so confident that she'll be able to live her best life ever and have the correct tools that she needs to also cleanse, regenerate, and thrive at a younger age than me. And I'm grateful that I get to share that with her now. And so this is where, if you guys want to join me in coaching, I would love to have you all. I'm going to really hit it hard with the monthly coaching group because I think a lot of people, it's a little bit more affordable, and I think everybody out there can benefit. And so I really want to do a monthly coaching group where I take a deeper dive into cleansing and regenerating and be able to ask face-to-face questions. We'll still do the podcast here on Sundays, but I wanted to do another group where we can meet in Zoom or something and be able to be face-to-face and provide those questions on coaching. And I'm thinking about doing a special here coming up soon for like $30 a month and help you guys through that, those of you that want to take a deeper dive with me. And so also I see Peggy has a question in here. What is the best safe liver cleanse to begin with? If you want to buy a liver cleanse, I would suggest, I don't have it up here. I have Dr. Group Global Healing Liver Cleanse, and also I would recommend Well of Life, Jonathan Otto's Liver Cleanse. And both of them are, I believe Dr. Group, his 15% off is still happening as well. And I know for sure Jonathan Otto is having 30% off of Well of Life supplements through tomorrow. So it's a great time to buy a liver cleanse or a parasite cleanse or both. Because if you're living like Dr. Group is, then you're constantly cycling through all of these cleanses. So like one day he'll do a parasite cleanse, then like Monday is his dedicated parasite cleanse day, Tuesday is his dedicated liver cleanse day, or you're doing full parasite cleanse for like a month and then liver cleanse for a month, or however your cycle you choose to do that by following what's on the bottle or getting a health coach to help you work through that. It is still good, though, to do these cleanses more frequently than we used to. And so Dr. Group used to recommend parasite cleansing for once a year. Now he's recommending it like at least almost every month. So he does it every week. And if you're doing things like urine therapy, chlorine dioxide, red light, those are also things that are going to help you with parasite cleansing. And so even though you might not be doing a focused parasite cleanse, if you're doing those things, they're also helping you with parasites and everything else in the body. Oh, that's so great. Peggy's going to get some of those products tonight. That's awesome. Let us know how it goes. And that's also actually taking a deeper dive into liver cleansing is something that we will also do, because it is just so important that we cleanse our livers, because our livers detox everything from our bodies. And especially if we've never done liver cleanses and we're adults, that means we have decades of toxins that have run through our liver and have never done a liver cleanse. So definitely they're so beneficial. And there's natural ways to liver cleanse as well, things that we could do along the way, natural plants and such we could take advantage of. So I'll get into another podcast on liver cleansing. And until then, though, and I also use like Global Healing and the Well of Life supplements. And email me, guys. I would love to hear from you. I have a couple emails right now that I have to get returned. So those are coming back to you guys. And I would just love to hear from you. If you have any subjects that you would like me to take a deeper dive into, or if you would like to get in touch with me for transformation coaching, please email me at hiddenKnowledgeUncensored@gmail.com. And I look forward to seeing you guys. You could be the next transformation. And don't forget to purchase your Healing for the Ages 2025 Make Yourself Healthy Again Fall Conference slides. Or even maybe you have 25 already, but you're missing 23 or 24. Go back and get those two. Save 30% using coupon code Gloria. And all of those links too are in the chat and in the description of the video. And so thank you really so much, everybody, for being here, for joining, for supporting me, for sharing our work. It really makes a big difference, and it means so much to me and just helps me keep going. For more Hidden Knowledge Uncensored research, our shop, please go to my link tree there on the screen in the description of the videos, and you'll be able to get more there. And before we finally close, we've come to the end, guys. Thank you so much for hanging in here with me. We haven't done a podcast this long in a while. But it's so hard to get through 3 days of a conference in an hour or two. And so we did make it 2.5 hours. Wow, guys, I was trying to do an hour and a half, but we made it. And I do really appreciate all the people. You guys are all here with me here till the end too. So thank you so much. And it's just so much valuable knowledge. And I hope you guys all enjoyed it as much as me. If you have any more questions after watching this too, or maybe there was a subject in here that you would like me to take a deeper dive in, go ahead and let me know in the comments of the videos, and I will set up a podcast on that. And so thank you so much again, everyone, for being here with me. Thank you, everyone. I just want to say too, thank you for accepting me and my testimony. And you guys love me even though I drink my pee. What? And I cannot say enough how grateful I am that you guys have supported me, wanted to know more. Even last week, Christina shared that, she grew her garden up using urine in her garden, and she had 300 pounds of produce come out of her urine derived garden. But she didn't tell anybody because she was so embarrassed. But she came here and shared. And so I just absolutely love that. This is the platform where we can talk about things like urine therapy, where we could talk about things like chlorine dioxide, where we could talk about things like our God-given natural frequencies to heal the body. And for that, I am so grateful, because I was worse off before I was vaccine injured, before I knew any of this information. Today, I am just doing so much better knowing this information and applying it in my life. And you can see it from the inside out. I love you, Peggy. Thank you so much. And you're so beautiful too. And I can't wait to see you. I hope I get to see you next year at least. And Donna's drinking her pee right now, talking about it. That's just so wonderful. And I absolutely love that. So this is the platform where we do talk about that uncensored truth and getting to our root causes, getting back to our God-given ways to naturally heal our body and support one another. And so thank you again, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. And I truly look forward to seeing you soon. I'm going to close out in prayer today. We've made it this far, and it's hard to get off when you are going so long with you guys. It's really hard to say goodbye. So I'm going to close this out in prayer. That'll help. All right. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for bringing us together. Thank you so much for letting our stream work with no problems, letting all the doctors' voices and videos come through clear. Thank you so much for letting us have this knowledge and wisdom and allowing doctors to share it with us. Please keep them safe and blessed, and allow them to keep sharing this life-saving information. And please let us be able to have the correct discernment to be able to know which of what is true and what is not true for our bodies, for our mind, for our souls, and allow us to have the bravery to make those choices, to go with what's right for ourselves and to leave what's wrong behind, and just have the courage and the bravery to move forward. And I know once we do that, it just gets better and better from there. And I'm so grateful. Please forgive us for everything, and please allow us to move forward in love. And we do this all in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And next week, so these are my upcoming topics. I'm going to make a monthly calendar, but I have the topics locked down. The only thing is that if I do have some interviews, which I do hope so, come in, then the schedule might change a little bit. But I have a recommended topic to do on ocean salt, and our ocean is being polluted with plastic so much that the ocean salt is polluted and having microplastics in it. And so someone asked, and I love it, thank you so much for sharing that with me, to do one on how the ocean salt is being polluted. And they only do salts that are within the ground, natural salts in the ground, and not ocean salts anymore. So I'm like, wow, I love that. That sounds so interesting. So I'm going to do a little bit more research, and we'll do a podcast on that. I also want to do a podcast on urotherapy. Where did the toxins go? Number 2. And that is actually where we'll get into what last week we did urotherapy, where the toxins go. And we talked about the kidneys. And so I want to do another podcast on urotherapy. Where did the toxins go? And we'll do focus on the liver on that one. And then we'll get into liver health there too. That'll be a good time to do both of those together. And we'll get more into healthy ways to support the liver and some liver detoxes that we have out there that are all natural. And then I also wanted to do an awesome one on holiday recipes. We outdid ourselves this Thanksgiving. We didn't make anything from processed food. So it of course it took all day, but it was so amazing, healthy. The next day we all felt great. And of course my urine told me so. The urine was clear, crystal clean, and we even had desserts. I am just so excited about that. And so I want to do a whole podcast on that and share my ingredients, share my recipes with you guys. And so if anybody wants to take advantage of using those at Christmas time, they can. So we'll do that podcast sooner than later, so you guys have time to get some of those beautiful farm fresh garden vegetables and fruits for those recipes. And yeah, those are the topics I have besides interviews. So that's what we'll be looking forward to doing here in the next couple weeks. And yes, I absolutely love it too. I'm so happy Peggy is loving all of those topics. Amen. And she's asking though, can you share with Jonathan Otto if there's possibly to have a podcast on osteoporosis? I'm so glad you actually brought that up, Peggy. I don't know if are you invited to Jonathan Otto's, our monthly coaching group with Health Secret over there? If you're in Jonathan's monthly group, we're actually doing osteoporosis this December is our topic. So I don't know if you actually saw those emails or if it's just a coincidence, Peggy, but I hope that you're in that group for his monthly healing group, because that group is kind of for everybody that's done coaching or a group doing. I don't know if it's for everybody that's made purchases or if you had to do group coaching, but if you see those emails coming through on December 1st and 3rd, us health coaches are doing our monthly group this month with Jonathan Otto on osteoporosis and healing. So I hope that you get to come. you should be getting emails. The emails should be coming to you for that group. Look out for them today and tomorrow if those emails don't come, I will do another podcast and I'll do another share of what we learned over there with you guys here too. So let me know, Peggy, if you see those emails or not. And if anything, if anybody has trouble accessing those monthly calls, you can send me your email that you have with Jonathan Otto, that you made purchases with. Send me that email. I could send it to our customer service team and we could verify if you're on that list, if you should be on that list, or if you're not, or we could verify that with you too. You guys will just have to send me your email that you made purchases with over there with Jonathan Otto, and I can help you get there or see if you guys have that access. And so thank you again, everybody, so much. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. I'm so grateful to be coaching. I'm so grateful to be coaching with Jonathan, and so grateful to be watching you guys also heal and live your best lives ever. Thank you so much. If you would like to come on and share your testimony, even maybe you have some testimony you would like to share, you can also email me at hiddenknowledge@gmail.com, and let me know some of your testimony that you would like to share, and we'll get you guys on here too. And so keep an eye out for our monthly calendar. Keep an eye out for our wonderful interviews coming up too. And stay blessed, everybody, and take care. We'll see you next week. All right. Bye.